Okay, I'm going to tell you all the story of the November 2025 Uncharted Outdoorswomen elk camp and how I went back in January to fill my own elk tag, proving that the mission at Uncharted Outdoorswomen does work. At least it works for me and about 4,000 other women that have come through our program since 2021. So if you're new here, this is what this channel is all about. This is not going to be a highlight reel of successes. This is going to be real outdoor adventures and real mistakes that I make and share with you. This is going to be all the things that I do and teach as an adult onset hunter and angler. This is going to be a behind the scenes look at running a woman-owned business, because I don't think it's a terrible idea to be documenting and sharing this information in case somebody else wants to also create a woman-owned business. These are also going to be honest conversations about conservation, public land, and why women belong here. Everything here is rooted in one belief. Confidence comes from education, community, and showing up anyway. But here's the hard truth. Women are the fastest growing demographic in the outdoors, but we're also the fastest to leave. And that is where Uncharted comes in. The solution isn't marketing. It's safe opportunities taught by women inside of a real community. If you've ever thought, I want to do this, but I don't know where to start, you're definitely in the right place. When I built Uncharted Outdoorswomen and Colorado Women on the Fly, I wanted Rocky Mountain women to have an option to learn how to fish and hunt so that they never had to hire a guide again. They could be independent out in the backcountry. Elk Camp is a perfect example of this. A lot of people assume I know everything about hunting and fishing, but I definitely don't. In big game hunting, I'm barely past intermediate. Hunting deer and elk and big game animals is a little intimidating, especially in the backcountry. At elk camp, I was both the camp host and the client, which is not easy. I learned a ton: elk behavior, wind, terrain, quartering, gutting, and shooting out to 500 yards on a plains hunt. But hosting, cooking, supporting clients, and running camp left almost no time to hunt my own tag. And honestly, I didn't bring the right mind frame to be hunting anyways. I was overwhelmed. A few weeks after camp, I thought, I don't know, maybe I'll hit those guys up and see if I can go back and hunt that tag, because I just simply didn't have time. And if I'm like this big girl outfitter, like, I should act like it, right? Like, if we're going to do business together. Bottom line, I was pretty scared, but I went ahead and shot the email over along with all the photos and the blog and everything we did to talk about how awesome the experience was. But I still had a very expensive tag that was unfilled. So I called them up and they gave me the green light. This is where things get interesting. Okay, so Bernadette and Danielle come with me to be my support group. If you didn't know, elk hunting is definitely a team sport. But the real question was, would my mission work? Would the things that I learned from Anna and Taylor actually put an elk down and fill my freezer? Or would I fail again because I couldn't show up with the right mind frame, because I'm still unwinding as a ex-corporate girly, and I was definitely a workaholic. It's so hard to put it down. And that's why hunting and fishing is great for your mental health. So was I going to show up for myself with this? But my support crew had zero tolerance for self-doubt. We had a prep call, we assigned roles, we talked through the reality that I'd likely go into shock if I harvested, which is pretty normal. No one ever really talks about that. After pulling the trigger, I pretty much black out. And so it's really important to have those prep calls to prepare the person you're hunting with that may happen. We pulled into the woman-owned ranch, geared up, and glassed about 100 cows. We debated for an hour whether they were elk or bushes, but ultimately we swung wide for the wind, single-filed behind Betty, the black cow decoy, and walked about 1.5 miles in. Coyotes were on the left, pronghorn were on the right, and we were trying to close in, that 2 miles. We got to about 200 yards, which is, I'm really comfortable shooting at 200 yards, so that really helped bring down my level of anxiety. I thought, this will be a miracle if it works.
Good job, Erin. Great shot. Good job, girl.
In 2026, miracles are happening. I took a 200-yard shot with a 6.5 Creedmoor. Yes, the caliber is debated. You can talk about it in the comments all you like. After taking the shot and making sure that she was definitely down, I texted Zach to let him know that I had finally filled my tag. He showed up after putting some goose decoys away, and I was so excited to see him and Leighton pull up. They even brought their clients with them. They were so excited that I had filled my tag by myself, thanks to Anna and Taylor's knowledge from elk camp. I did it, and I was just kind of in disbelief. We got her hung up. She was chilling. You really want to dry age your elk for at least 24 hours. So we got the hide off, but popping champagne. We're just chit chatting about it. I've never really experienced that. Um, that was really cool.